I'm Dylan, and this is the BlindSighted Perspective Podcast, where blind and sighted perspectives are given on a number of topics, with my friend Jared as a co-host in a casual style. My life since I went blind at 22. I will tell you about it. Welcome back to the BlindSighted Perspective Podcast. I am Dylan.
And I am Jared.
This is episode 5, and I always feel like I have a couple things to say at the start of episodes, but so I want to talk about our upload schedule, because a few things have changed since, but our upload schedule is still the same. It's It's every 14th and 28th, but if you ever see an episode up and it's like the 27th or the 13th, I upload a day early because iTunes can take up to 24 hours for the episode to be on there. So that's why if you might see it one day early, but for a sure thing, the 14th and 28th also, we are now on all the platforms. We are on Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spotify, and of course iTunes. Just had to get that out. And I think that's all for like announcement type things. So how you doing, Jared?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, Dylan?
I'm doing pretty good. Oh, I have one more thing to say.
Merry Christmas.
Well, yeah, but me and Jared record these two episodes at a time. So, like, for instance, episode 4 went up a little bit after Christmas. So if you're like, why didn't they talk about Christmas? Because like that was recorded a month in advance, pretty much. So, so when you hear this, Christmas has passed. So did you have a good Christmas, Jared?
I did. It was very hectic. Me being a father, everything was, I'm not going to say thrown on me, but I had to take care of a lot of stuff along with Chelsea, but she helped mainly with, the parties and stuff like that, whereas I had to put everything together, throw trash away, this, that, and stuff but
right.
Other than that, my kids had fun, and that's all that matters.
That is what matters, that you're
at this point in my life, that's what matters.
That your kids have a great Christmas, and, But anyways, I guess we can just get right into...
Before this,
what?
How was your Christmas, Dylan?
It was fine.
It was fine. Go ahead, go into detail.
It was good. In the month of December, my grandmother passed away, but...
Okay, I sound very horrible for laughing. I apologize.
No, it's fine. But she passed away. It's my grandma Sue, so I could kind of, I guess, dedicate this episode to her or something in that way. I don't know, but otherwise, it was just a normal Christmas. Not very great, but you just got to move on and move forward.
Yeah, well, sorry to hear that, Dylan. We hope you guys out there had a good Christmas. If not, like he said, just there's always, move on, move forward, and there's always next year.
Yep. But, so, the blindsided question of the episode, which, if you don't know, the blindsided question is where, not question, story. It's been 2 weeks, folks. The blindsided stories are where there's our stories of me being, blind, or when I had sight, or maybe Jared has a story, or us together. Stuff like that. So in today, that could have been worded better. Man, I'm off my game.
You're tripping over your words.
It's all right. I'll just get back into the groove. But in this blindsided story will be
Dylan entering a skateboarding contest.
Yes. I don't exactly remember how old I was when I did this. Maybe 14, 15. Around there, because if you guys didn't watch, I think, one of the previous episodes, I did say that I used to skateboard. Now, I was an idiot as a kid because I entered this skateboarding competition, which you had to, of course, pay money to enter. but I didn't know how to do any tricks.
Dylan, I think, was the kid who was just trying to say, yeah, go up to the ladies. I'm in a skateboarding competition.
No. I knew how to do an ollie and I think a 180 pop shove it, but that was it.
So why did you, like, if you can dig deep down inside knowing this, why did you join?
I don't know.
Was it to try to be able to say that you were in one maybe afterward?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, and I completely embarrassed myself too, and it was so weird. Because actually I was really nervous about the whole thing, and I was talking to this guy who like had a list of people's names, and I like was just messing with him, and I was like, so if I gave you money, could you like give me a better score or something? And he was like, oh, well, you're first on the list. I was like, what?
Oh, man. Did you have to pay to get inside the competition?
Yeah, you had to pay.
How much was it?
I don't remember. $5-10.
That's not too bad, but that's 5 or 10 you knew you were going to give away.
But yeah.
Not get back.
Yeah, I was just like talking to him. I was like, man, you should give me a good score. And he's like, you're up first. I was like, oh. So I was like, oh, that makes me feel better. But I guess at least I got to get it over with.
I can see you being like a Goofy and what is it? The Mickey Mouse Christmas, a Goofy movie. You remember that? A Goofy movie. Goofy goes down there.
I've seen very, very few movies, but I think I have seen that.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
But so I spent all my time focusing on my run, and it wasn't much. I was going down this kind of ramp slope thing. Then I'd go to this box.
So you made it down the ramp at least?
Well, yeah.
You did more than I could.
And then I got onto this box, and then I was going to roll off of it and ollie off of it. It was kind of like a one-step kind of thing. And I didn't really have much else planned after that.
So you just stood on the skateboard as it rolled along.
Well, and then and I spent all my time practicing my first run, so I get it done. And they were like, there's a second run. And I was like, what?
Just redo the first run.
No, but like there was a second run, and I didn't know. I spent all my time focusing on the first one. And so I had nothing planned. So guess what I did?
What'd you do, Dylan?
I did all the tricks I knew I couldn't do and prayed maybe a miracle would happen.
Did you land any of them?
No. I tried doing kick flips, which at this point I could not do. I tried heel flips. I tried everything. I didn't land a single one of them. I went for broke. I was like, well, and it was so embarrassing.
Now, be honest. Did people boo at you or anything?
I could tell they were laughing at me. It was really embarrassing.
Well, most of us have been in a situation like that.
I mean, I was dumb for even entering when I didn't even know any tricks. It's like, why would you do that? Like,
you were 14, you know.
But I will say after that, I'm like, why couldn't I have entered it when I could do tricks? Because for people, I guess I'll say real quick, the tricks that I eventually could do at my best was I could do kick flips, I could do heel flips.
So did you know all this before, like at some point before you entered the competition?
Knew what?
Like, were you previously able to do these kick flips and stuff?
No.
So this was after the competition, you knew how to do it?
Yeah, after the competition where I could do other tricks. So like I was
going to say that
I could do kick flips, I could do heel flips, I could do for anybody who knows this, when you do a 180 ollie, your body goes with the board, whereas a shove it is where the board just travels like clockwise under you. You don't move. So I could do a 180 kick flip, which is like an ollie, a 180 ollie with a kick flip. And I could also do a varial kick flip, which is a kick flip with a 180 shove it. And the best trick I ever landed was called a 360 flip. And it's basically a kick flip with a 360 shove it. And I only landed it twice. Like, I never was able to land it ever again. I practiced and practiced and practiced, and then I didn't skateboard for like a week. Went over to my friend's house, got on the board, tried to do it, couldn't land it. Then my second attempt, I landed it. And I was like, how did I do that? And I did it a second time and landed it again. And after that, never could land it again.
Maybe the secret was, Dylan, you believed in yourself those 2 times.
I don't know, but I put some like sweat and, I put a lot into skateboarding for 2 years, but I was so dumb. I wish I would have known at least some tricks when I entered. Well, after that though, the skate park, because there was the skate park, and then there was the store that was attached to it, and then the store closed down after that.
So where was the skate park that you went to?
In Anderson.
Oh, was it the one in Anderson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It like I said, it closed down. Not the park. The park's still open, of course, but the store that was attached to it that had the event closed down after that. So it's like, oh yeah, you guys quit after I get better. But that is the story of me entering a skate competition. Very, very embarrassing, and yeah, something I would never do again, of course. But yeah, so Jared didn't even know about this.
No, I didn't. So did you get anything? Like, you know how losers still get trophies and stuff?
Nope.
Oh.
You got nothing.
Oh, wow.
And actually, do you know who... you probably don't know who that is. Do you know who Tanner is?
Yes.
Tanner Landon?
Yes.
I don't know if you know who he is. At the time, he did... I posted a thing on Facebook about it, and then he asked me where it was, and then he came and won the competition. Because I told him about it, and so I was like, man... But...
Jealous over here.
But anyways, that has been the Blindsided story. Now, do you have the hat?
I do have the hat.
Okay, I didn't know if you had that. Now, we go on to the blind hat pull, which is where Jared will pull out a piece of paper that has a number, and it will correspond to a topic, and then we talk about that.
Two topics.
So, yeah, 2. He will pull out 2. So what is the first one, Jared? You can go ahead and pull.
Let me shake the hat of topics.
Shake the hat of topics.
We have a 10, and 10, my friend, is your favorite genre of music.
Favorite?
All right, Dylan, this one goes out to you first.
Wait, okay. Well, I'm an odd person. I used to, listen to normal American music and all that,
So what music do you listen to that's not American?
What?
Despacito?
I listen to mostly pretty much now. I listen to just instrumental music, like anime background music, video game music, just instrumental music in general. I used to listen to a little bit of hip hop, rap, pop, rock, just R&B, a little bit of everything back in a day, but then I just stopped listening to that, and I just listen to instrumental music. I often actually listen to a lot of instrumental music, like if I were working out or something. Just, I don't know.
Actually, you know what? I feel you there, because wordless, instrumental, like that, it doesn't just have to be instrumental. It could be like
right.
Just wordless, because you can literally put your own story behind that in your head. You know what I mean? Because when there's words to it, you follow along. Like it's a...
Man, like when you listen to a super,
sad song?
Not a sad song, but a really, just crazy instrumental, how do I put it? That's, motivating and just really, gets your, adrenaline going. It's pretty intense.
And some examples for you guys to listen to, or one example is there's one called actually I'm gonna have to agree with you. My favorite genre would be about that wordless instrumentals. 300 Violin Orchestra. Type that in, audience, and our listeners, and see what you think about it. But that's one that gets me going and motivated. So
I will say, if anyone watches anime or whatever, there's an anime called My Hero Academia. Look up its soundtrack, and it has some amazing instrumentals you can work out to. But Jared, what is your favorite type of music?
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there. I would have to say that exactly.
Really, instrumental music?
Only because, like I said, you can listen to all these different songs, and when you put words with music, a lot of the time it makes you have to follow that story. Like if it's a song with a sick beat, and you can work out to it, but then let's say for some reason, which normally this isn't the case, but there's sad words to that, sick beat. Well, you're going to be thinking about the words.
I remember a song called Remember the Name, that you used to like.
Oh, by Fort Minor?
Yep.
But you listen to this song, and then, the words will take you down a different path, to where if you didn't have the words, you have 10 different options of the you can take that song 10 different ways and make up your own story, motivate you for different things instead of that one specific path.
I don't know about a story, but if like an instrumental is just that freaking like,
or you just like the sound of it.
Yeah, it's just that awesome.
I guess I'm going a little too deep here, but
well, you think about it more as a story. I think about it just what sounds good to me.
It sounds good to me too.
If it just sounds awesome to me, then like it can help me push myself, and it's really like awesome.
Yeah.
That actually reminds me though of another song that I liked back in the day, which was there's an artist called Lupe Fiasco, and he had a skateboarding song called Kick Push, and I like that song. That was cool, but mostly instrumental music. What like do you still listen to normal music though too?
I do. I'll listen to let me think. A lot of 80s and 90s, like Phil Collins, George Michael's "Gotta Have Faith." That's a good one. But see, I listen nowadays music, not really. Now, a lot of people a lot of people may disagree with me here, but my favorite genre now, if I had to pick something not like what we have chosen, it would be the kind of country today is. Now, a lot of people wouldn't call that country, and I could agree, but whatever it is now, I mean, it's labeled country now. I do like that. It's kind of like a, hip hop country thing about it, and I just like it.
Yeah, I've no idea, but I mean, as someone who like was an instrumental creator, that's why I was always I just got more drawn to it. I don't know, because I think like a lot of like people, when they're listening to a song and it has like lyrics and stuff, they don't appreciate the instrumental as much because there's probably a lot more work. I'm not saying that singing and writing like the song and stuff, I'm not saying that's not difficult, but I'm saying actually composing the instrumental part takes a lot of work, and I think it should be appreciated more.
Oh, I definitely agree.
But yeah, I think that wraps that up.
Do you
have anything else you want to add?
There was this one instrumental I was trying to think of, and his name's Brian something, but I'll have to look it up on my own time.
Okay.
It's an instrumental, and it's a sadder one. So you could take it the way it goes. You can either take it sad or you could take it happy. Mm-hmm. And man, I'll have to, if I can think of it before this podcast is over.
Did I ever have you listen to the last instrumental I made? I don't remember if I did.
I do not think you did.
I might have to do that. But anyways, all right, we can move on to the next topic.
All right, the next topic. Let me grab the hat real quick, Dylan. That's some good stuff.
Did you mark the other one off?
I did.
Okay, all right.
15.
15.
Which is your favorite instrument.
Oh, well, that's kind of fitting.
That is very fitting.
That's funny.
How ironic.
You go first.
My favorite instrument would probably have to be... Oh, boy. Let me think. That's a toughie right there.
Is it the trombone?
No. Maybe the piano. Now, are we limiting this like to ones we've played or ones we just like the sound of better?
No, whatever instrument you like, just sound-wise.
Okay, sound-wise, I would probably have to pick a violin, honestly. A violin would be it.
Oh, man. This is very hard for me. I go back and forth on it because I like the piano and the violin a lot. I have trouble like deciding which one I like more. Personally, I like it when they're both together the most. Like when piano is like a violin is played over piano.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
that is the best. Like they're the best together, but separately, I'm gonna have to say piano. And my reasoning why is actually because you can do more on a piano. Like with just a single violin, say you just have a violin, for the most part, you can only play a melody. You can only, just play kind of a more smaller thing. But if you have a piano, you have both at your disposal. You can play a more fuller sound. So if I just had to go on like, most potential of the instrument, I'd probably have to say piano, but violin is very nice too.
Yeah, I do like the violin.
I wonder how many people would actually like the guitar over things, Guitar can be good, but I don't think it's as good.
Yeah, it's more like when I think of guitar, I think of, and I don't know why, but like the Lady Killer, high school. You know what I mean? And I don't know how it got to be guitar, I guess, but I mean, I guess they can be
Any
cool.
other instruments that you like? I mean...
Like you said, you nailed it on the head when you said piano and violin mixed together is like the best sounding. I agree with that completely.
Like when I made instrumentals, I did that all the time.
But
I would mix them together. I also like the flute sometimes, and clarinet's pretty good. Saxophone is pretty good. They're all good. I mean, in their own right.
Other than that, I mean, I would have to pick those two if I were picking.
Right. You were in band, weren't you?
Yeah, I played when I was in 4th grade, I played clarinet.
Bonus.
Yeah, when I was in 4th grade.
The clarinet.
The clarinet, yes.
Like Squidward tentacles.
Like Squidward, just like him.
Is that what made you get it? Because you've seen SpongeBob. You're like, I want to play. Squidward was your hero, and you wanted to play the clarinet like he did. No,
he was definitely not my hero. I mean, he's.
I hope not.
I can relate with him now more, that I'm older, but no, that's not the reason why. Actually, when I was in school, I wanted to join band in 3rd, 4th grade, and they said that's what I said, what do you guys need? I just wanted to learn something.
I wonder if we have any topics that talk about what instruments we played. Do we have one on that one? Check real quick.
I will look. No, I'm not seeing it.
Oh, I'm surprised because I didn't even know you played any instruments. But
yeah.
I guess we'll save it for another time.
And then in 7th and 8th grade, I played trombone. But
I guess we can probably save that for season 2 of topics, right? Probably.
Yeah, we can do that.
Instruments we played, since I thought we already covered that. But yeah, we'll save it for later, I guess. Okay. Oh, I bumped my mic. So next we are going to the Blindsided Question, and if you guys have a question about a blind question or a sighted question, you can send us your question to tbspp@yahoo.com. It's lowercase, and just put BQ or SQ, for blind question or sighted question. The sighted question, the SQ thing could be like anything, and not just a blind question. And then if you want your name read out, make sure it's in the message. So, Jared, what is the blindsided question today?
All right. Real quick, I had found the instrumental I wanted the audience to take a peek at again, and then we'll get back to it.
Okay.
The song is called So The Two. I want you guys, and this is just, I love it. Beautiful. And these are reasons why people like me and Dylan just, enjoy it so much. So the 300 Violin Orchestra, that's more of a motivational workout thing for me.
Right.
And then Song for Sienna, I think I'm pronouncing it right, by Brian Crane. So give those two a sneak peek and tell us what you think. And hopefully you guys can see the beauty of instrumentals too. But back to the blind question, Dylan.
Yes.
The blind question is, what are your dreams like?
Okay, so some people wonder this question, and if you're born blind, it could be interesting. But for me, I mean, you might find this a little actually depressing, but my dreams, I still dream in sight, because I had sight up until 22. My brain, I guess, remembers everything I've seen and remembers sight. So when I dream, I still dream in sight and everything. And then I wake up and then I don't have sight anymore. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of like, man, I just want to dream forever because I'll have sight that way. But so it's really kind of interesting. And it's really weird going from a dream with sight, especially if it's an intense dream that feels real. And then you wake up and it's oh, back to this crap again. But so it's pretty interesting. I wasn't really sure how short this question would be, because it's kind of hard to explain but.
Well, I have something maybe we can compare it to.
Maybe you can add on to it.
So there's a a Tom Cruise movie, and it's called Vanilla Sky. Have you heard of it or seen it?
No.
Well, I can't remember a lot of it, but I remember the basic. And I think in the movie his girlfriend is crazy and she causes them to wreck. Well, he's the whole time, and I'm gonna. This is a spoiler alert, so if you haven't seen the movie and you want to, you might not want to listen to this part. But I'm going forward now. Just a fair warning. So then Tom Cruise, in the whole movie, he's in a coma, but he thinks he's living life. It's just a dream, and everything.
I see.
I think he's in a prison or something, but towards the end, everything starts going perfect. Like, he meets the girl of his dreams. All these good things are happening to him. And towards the end, this guy in his dreams like, hey, you're in a coma. You've been dreaming. This isn't reality. You can have anything you want whenever you want. And then on top of a skyscraper, he's like, you can jump off and then wake up and you'll be back in reality where you're messed up because of this wreck.
Right.
And so I won't give the ending, honestly, because I can't remember what he does. But I guess in saying this,
I'd imagine you want to dream forever, right? I don't know.
Well, I would want to go back to reality, but Dylan,
but you'd be messed up though, wouldn't you?
You would.
I guess it depends on how messed up.
Yeah, I mean, I remember he had to wear a mask or something. His face was misfigured, stuff like it was a pretty bad wreck. But me stating this, Dylan, would you have taken that jump, or would you have stayed in your dream? Like you would be in a coma in real life forever, but you could have everything you want in your dreams, or
I guess I'd just dream.
You would just stay in a coma?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
really?
I mean, because I don't know if you came back and you were just, it depends on how bad you were messed up. Like if you were bedridden or whatever, I don't know.
For you, it would just be, would you want to wake up to this, where you're at now?
Or you're talking about with just having eyesight?
Just with you, yeah, just the eyesight problems and stuff.
Well, I guess I would have to wake up.
You would want to wake up?
Yeah, I don't know. Want is kind of an interesting thing. I think I would feel like I would have to,
Yeah, now this is assuming, in the movie, I believe you're in a hospital, you're being force-fed, stuff like that. So you'd be able to live. You wouldn't have to wake up to eat.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
what would you do?
This is what I remember.
You would probably wake up because you have a family, but
yeah, I would definitely wake up for the kids.
That's kind of what I don't have kids, but
I know.
I Sierra, my girlfriend. Yeah. But actually, the title of that, Vanilla Sky or whatever, it made me think of something. Remember how we talked about ice cream a couple episodes ago, whichever episode?
Yeah, you were saying the cheesecake was a good one. There was a surprise in every bite.
Did you never try that?
No, I never did.
Oh man, what are you doing?
I honestly I spaced. I'm definitely, that's back on priority, top 3.
Yeah, but no, what I was gonna say is, because I gave you a little bit of crap about just liking vanilla ice cream as your favorite, but I just want people to know that I mess with Jared a lot. I don't actually harshly go on him, but I actually thought about it more and pondered it more because it's what you do, and I thought, vanilla is the best.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I never said that it wasn't, but if I had to really choose my favorite, just a good old solid vanilla ice cream.
A good quality vanilla.
A good solid vanilla ice cream is just really good. Mm-hmm. And because I really thought about it, I was like, well, man.
Well, I don't like my ice cream solid, but a creamy vanilla is pretty good.
I don't know. Every person's different. Different strokes for different folks, Jared.
There you go. Okay.
But, I mean, vanilla is really good. And I realized that, with my Oreo ice cream, that's what kind of the ice cream is. And so it's really good. But that, I guess, has been the sided question with my dreams. Like I said, I do still dream, and I dream in sight, and then I wake up and I don't have the sight. It's kind of sad, but
now, is there anything specific? Okay, here's a good question to add on to that. A bonus. Okay. Are your dreams random, or do you dream a lot about the last things you've seen?
They're random.
Are they random? So it's not like your last moments of sight.
No,
that's what you dream about all the time, or anything.
No, they're random. They're completely random. Yeah, they're just random.
Well, I guess that's not too bad, because then I mean, it sucks losing the sight and all, but you know,
I mean, yeah.
to remember those last things you've seen. But if they're random to you, I guess that's
weird. It's a weird process. But with that, we have reached the end of today's podcast. So I have been Dylan.
And I have been Jared.
Thank you all for listening, and we will see you in the next episode. This has been the Blindsided Perspective Podcast.
We hope you guys have enjoyed.
Signing off.